They asked one of my organizers, "Where is your Pakistani boss? We know that you're being paid to be here."
Line up straight, fight, hey! Line up straight, fight, hey! Line up straight, fight, hey!
They were blaring Indian patriotic songs, everything from Suno Gaur Se Duniya Walo.
There were members at the embassy that were taking pictures of our attendees.
It was almost as though they were sending out a message that you will not be seen, you will not be heard.
When we reached the embassy, we found out that the people at the embassy went the extra mile of filing for permits at the same location, same place, same date, same time, so that they could coincide their event with ours and cause chaos in our event.
As a participant of this protest march, and as somebody who believes that dissent is patriotic, I was there, and I was honestly quite alarmed to see the very combative stance taken by the Indian Embassy in Washington, D.C.
The speakers that we invited were citizens of the world who work in human rights advocacy. They were Muslims, they were Hindus, they were Sikhs, there were women, there were Dalits, they were from the LGBTQ community. So the morning of the gathering, we assembled at the Ellipse, which is at the White House. We were about to march to the embassy at about noon, but I was receiving updates from somebody that was at the embassy that they had parked half a dozen of buses.
Even if people did assemble there, the view of this assembly would be largely obscured by the tall buses.
And blocked all the streets around the Gandhi statue, for which we had filed the permits about a month before the event. They barricaded the entire space, occupied it. There were members at the embassy that were taking pictures of our attendees, and that was something that we had warned the people attending our event before, because many of those that attended the event have sensitive visa statuses, and that was a very important element to factor in. They were name calling. They asked one of my organizers, "Where is your Pakistani boss? We know that you're being paid to be here." And that's one of their go-to attacks for everything.
So, and it was quite, and the barricade separating the embassy from the protesters was quite symbolic of the polarization in India right now, because even though we're one country, one people, it was quite clear that us versus them. It was almost as though they were sending out a message that you will not be seen, you will not be heard.
Ultimately, it did not matter because they were about 100 and we were thousands, and they, like anything they did not work against us, because our collective voice was a lot more stronger.